Welcome to the .NET MAUI DataGrid tutorial. In this video, I will show how to display caption summaries, group summaries, and table summaries in the Syncfusion .NET MAUI DataGrid. I open an existing MAUI application. Here, I've already configured the .NET MAUI DataGrid control and specified a source path to display order information. To learn how to add the .NET MAUI DataGrid control to your MAUI application, watch the video linked in the YouTube card above, or the description below. Now, I run the application. You can see that the order details are grouped by customer names. Next, I will demonstrate how to display the summary information within each group's caption. Inside the SF DataGrid control, I declare the caption summary row and add a DataGrid summary row. I enable the Show Summary in Row property so the summary appears as a single inline text row, and define the title that will be shown in each group's caption. Next, I declare the Summary Columns collection, and add a DataGrid summary column to it. This summary calculates the total price for each group. I specify the name as price, which corresponds to the placeholder used in the title. I set the mapping name to price, so the calculation uses the price property from each row, the format to display the sum as currency with no decimal places, and the summary type to perform integer-based calculations. Similarly, I add another DataGrid summary column to count the number of rows in each group. When the application loads, you will see that the caption summaries appear above each group, displaying the calculated results. To define a custom UI for group captions, I begin by creating a class named GroupCaptionConverter, which implements the iValueConverter interface. Inside the convert method, I first attempt to cast the incoming value to a group object. In a grouped data grid, this value typically represents the group header. If the cast fails, the result is null. Next, I check whether the cast succeeded. If it did, I cast the parameter to SF DataGrid, since it is passed from XAML as the converter parameter. I then call the getSummaryDisplayText4Row method, passing the group summary details, which include aggregated values such as totals and counts, and the grids view, which handles formatting. Then, return the summary text so the UI can display it in the group caption. If the incoming value isn't a group, simply return null. Next, I move to the main page XAML file and declare the Resources section. Inside the resource dictionary, I add the group caption converter and assign it a key so it can be used in the DataGrid bindings. Within the SF DataGrid, I define the caption summary template. In the data template, I create a stack layout with horizontal orientation and appropriate spacing. In this layout, add an icon to visually highlight the grouped sections and set its width and height requests. I then insert a label that displays the caption text using the converter, and set its vertical text alignment to center to ensure the content is visually balanced within the layout. As you can see, the custom template for the group caption is successfully displayed in the grid. To make the caption visually prominent, I define a style in the Resources section that targets DataGrid Caption Summary Row View, and apply a setter to change the background color of each caption summary row. Next, add another style targeting the label control, where I set the font attributes to bold and italic to ensure the caption text stands out clearly. Now, the custom group caption is displayed exactly as intended. To display a summary for the column, update the name and mapping name fields in the DataGrid summary column. Before running the application, I remove the code snippet related to the previous customization. Now, the group caption displays the summary value for the specified column. To display a summary with header text, I add the title property in the DataGrid summary row element and set the title column count value. Next, I modify the name property in the DataGrid summary column. I then customize the grid's appearance by setting the grid lines visibility and header grid lines visibility properties. Next, I set the Allow Group Expand Collapse property to expand and collapse the grouped rows. When the application loads, you will see the header text displayed along with the corresponding summary content and all customizations applied to the grid. Next, let me show you how to display a group summary in a row. I begin by configuring the group summary rows property and adding a DataGrid summary row element. I enable the Show Summary in Row property and provide a descriptive title for the summary row. Within the Summary Columns section, I add two summary calculations, one for the price and another for the customer ID, which are used as placeholders in the title. Before running the application, I comment out the properties related to the Caption summary. Now, you can see that the group summary appears neatly below each group. To display a group summary inside a specific column, I disable the Show Summary in Row property and update the name and mapping name fields in the DataGrid summary column. Before running the application, I remove all properties associated with the row-based group summary. As you can see, the group summary is now displayed directly within the corresponding column. To display the table summary, I begin by defining the table summary rows property and add the DataGrid table summary row element. I set the Show Summary in Row property to true and specify the title column count, which ensures the title aligns with the available columns and the position to appear at the bottom of the grid. Next, I declare the summary columns collection and add the DataGrid summary column element. For each summary column, I set the name, format, mapping name, and summary type. I then add another DataGrid summary column to populate the second placeholder used in the title. Before running the application, I remove any properties that belong to group summary. Look now, the table summary is displayed at the bottom of the grid. You can also choose to display it at the top of the grid by changing the position property. Let me wrap up this video. You have learned how to display caption summaries, group summaries, and table summaries using the Syncfusion .NET MAUI DataGrid. If you want to see this example's working code, download it from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also included a link to check if you qualify for our community license, which gives you a free license key for all our .NET MAUI controls. If you found this video helpful, click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.